Now that is a fine piece of work. Good evening, cowboys, cowgirls, and outlaws. Welcome to the Slick Sixguns Network. I'm your host, Slick Sixguns, and I'm here to provide education, tips, and community for those interested in the Western shooting sports. If you're interested in stuff like that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell so you don't miss anything. Today's episode is sponsored by Alamo Knife Works. Be sure to check them out in the description section of this video. Also in the description section is a link to our Patreon account if you feel like supporting us. Now let's pack our wagons and see what's being discovered out west. As stated in previous videos, knives are commonly accepted accoutrements in most, if not all, of the Western shooting sports. However, be sure to consult your sports rules handbook to ensure there are no restrictions on these items. If you ever are unsure, please consult with club officers in your local club who might be able to give you more insight. Today, we are looking at two stag-handled Bowies made by Alamo Knife Works. Our first Bowie has a brass pommel. Either end of the handle sports a multitude of colors. The handle is made out of stag antler that is curved in shape and is extremely smooth, making the fit of parts on the knife look very clean and well put together. The crossguard is made of brass. The crossguard has a unique shape, with one of the surfaces slightly bent to conform to the user's hand. The overall length of the knife is just under 10 inches, and the blade has an overall length of roughly 5 inches. The blade is done in smoke twist Damascus steel, which consists of 15 and 20 and 1090 steel folded to around 500 layers and heat treated to 58 on the Rockwell hardness scale. The price for one of these runs anywhere from $90 to $135. The sheath for this particular knife is leather that has been double stitched. When sheathed, only a few inches of the handle are exposed. The sheath is secured to the wearer by means of a loop that can be attached to a standard belt in an across-the-body configuration. The knife is secured in the sheath by means of a snap that can be opened and closed with one hand for easy access and still have the strength to keep the knife from falling out while being worn. One of the appealing aspects about this set of knives is that they are handcrafted with no two exactly alike. Here we have another stag Bowie that is slightly different. It has a brass pommel with either end of the handle sporting different colors from the previous Bowie. The handle is made of a stag antler that is straight but also has a rougher look to it that allows for a better grip and can fit larger hands. The crossguard is made of brass and sports a longer edge on one side. The blade is also done in smoke twist Damascus steel with the same specifications as the previous Bowie. The overall length of the knife is just under 10 inches, with the blade being roughly 5 inches. The leather sheath that it comes in is a vertical design that allows the wearer to carry the knife both right and left-handed. It can fit on a standard belt or a gun belt. When inserted into the sheath, the last few inches of the knife's handle is exposed, allowing the blade to be easily accessed but still protected from the elements. Although the knife is shorter than a standard Bowie knife, it sports the iconic look of what one would envision as the traditional Bowie blade. Both knives sport the maker's mark on the blade, which is very appealing to the eye. The knife's point is small enough to get into tight spaces. For more control, the user would have to partially grip the non-sharpened edge of the blade in order to fix a malfunction on a weapon. This knife is perfect for use as a hunting and skinning knife, as the blade is long enough to puncture the vital organs and skin medium-sized game such as deer, wild boar, and coyote. Overall, this knife is beautiful and would make any knife collector, hunter, or Western enthusiast ecstatic to have one. Be sure to leave a comment and stay tuned for future episodes.